when we're confronted with so many emotions that we haven't probably experienced before, what is the best way to deal with it?
So, I love the words that we use when it comes to emotions. And one of the words we use most often is deal, dealing with them, right? So,
Right. Yeah.
one of the number one things I've learned um, through this process and through the amount of time I've spent over the last 8 weeks understanding emotions also is that awareness of your emotions is the number one strategy. And I think the Dalai Lama said it perfectly that awareness is a strategy in itself. And most of us skip that step to directly try to deal with it or manage it, whereas it starts
Right.
with being able to recognize what is the emotion you're feeling, what does that emotion really feel like physically in your body and mentally in your mind. Just
Okay.
recognizing it is the number one step. Most of us are not even able to pinpoint when we're feeling something off, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, or whether it's something else, you know and so if you don't recognize what the emotion is, you don't recognize how to deal with it or manage it, because you don't even know what that emotion is, right? For anyone listening, if they want to be able to just be more aware to recognize it, the simplest tool is every morning, just like you drink your cup of coffee, take a few minutes while you're drinking a cup of coffee to actually write down what is it that you're feeling, to just check in with yourself. And the second form of awareness comes with your breath. When you cannot control everything externally, what you can control is your internal system. So another tool that I've been using a lot more than I've ever used before is starting my day just counting what my breath count is. And for
Okay.
most people, normal breath counts are between 12 to 14 breaths per minute.
Okay.
So if you're not able to pinpoint how exactly you're feeling in a particular day, if your breath count is say 18 or 20 or even 24, you already know that your body is feeling a little different from what your normal is, because your
Yeah.
breath never lies. People have been doing this for almost 3 weeks now, enjoy it so much that they do it 3 or 4 times a day. That's been the first step, and the second step honestly has been just accepting whatever you feel once you
I
recognize it.
agree. We
So
fight it.
yeah, either fight it or we say, hey, but other people have it worse. There are people dying out there, or there are people who are like
Yeah.
have the disease, right? Or there are other people who don't even have food, right? So we say, okay, how can we feel this way when they're so worse off?
Exactly. Yeah. And we should be grateful for what we have. I agree. We should be, but still, there are these emotions that do crop up.
Exactly. And for
Yeah.
me, that has been the second thing. When you don't accept, we think that not acknowledging or accepting an emotion prevents us from feeling it as well, but it doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
So once you recognize it, feel the feels. It's okay. People can have it worse, but that does not mean you stop feeling what you have to. So I think that has been a second very, very important thing. So if there's anger one day, just accepting that you're angry. That you are in a space where you are not able to do your morning routine the way you would have otherwise liked, or you are not able to go for your morning run, and that's why you're feeling angry today. Or another day you're feeling really sad because there's a friend out there who is sick and who needs your help, but you can't go out there to support that person, right?
Right.
Or on a third day, you've just got off a horrible call with your boss at work, and you're having to jump into a household chore, and you're angry, right? It's
Yeah.
okay for you to just recognize that you're angry and then accept that just stay with it for a bit before trying to either find a solution to it or to try to throw it out of the window.